We're rolling. Okay. Hello, everybody. Say hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Oh, yeah.
How come you still have chips left?
'Cause.
How many did you not give out?
I
gave all mine away at work.
I don't know, but they're good. I like them. Hey, Tom, how you doing? No, Better Made's better. Bet you can't eat just one. All right, here we go. Rock and roll. Ready? 2, 1, go.
Recorded live.
This is State Representative Bob Kozowski, and you are listening to Garden City Community Chat. Now here's your host, Carrie.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Mike Jones. This show is dedicated to the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours. Well, hello and Merry Christmas, Garden City and our surrounding neighbors. Hello to Westland, Dearborn Heights, Inkster, Redford, and Livonia. Hope you're all having a great evening so far. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You are listening to GC Community Chat, show number 272 for December 17, 2015. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and co-hosting with me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner and soon-to-be Westland City Clerk, Mr. Richard LeBlanc. So, yeah, you had to say that. Wow. And also our favorite weather guy, Doppler Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good, good. And former Garden City Councilman, fellow Kiwanian, and longtime resident of Garden City, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
Outstanding, but I'm improving.
Well, that's super. That's super. So look, gentlemen, it's our last show for 2015, and I thought it might be nice to reflect back on the year, maybe share with our listeners your favorite show of 2015 and any events that really stood out for you during the year. Richard, I know you have a lot of interesting topics to share with us, and Tom will get your biggest weather story of the year shortly. Also tonight, if you recall, back in September, we had Mr. Don Wakefield on the show, and he discussed his proposed plan to put an art center on the site of the old Hawthorne Valley Country Club in Westland. I asked Don to pay us a visit tonight and give us an update on exactly where they are with his plans. So hopefully he'll be calling in shortly. Tom, like I said, will be here with the forecast, and Mike will be here with a few community announcements as always. So why not sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. Should be fun. And we invite you to be a part of the conversation tonight. All you have to do is call 1-724-444-7444 and enter call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going to TalkShoe.com, search for show ID 82757. That takes you right to our main show page, where you're going to click on a large join in button. That's going to open a window, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. You can text your questions to us at 734-788-9319. And if you can't join us here live tonight, we got that covered. All our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do by going to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, where we'll be posting the audio from tonight's show when it's made available, usually about 30 minutes or so after we sign off. Or once again, just go to our main show page. You'll find all 272 shows over there in order for you, and going all the way back to our very first show in May of 2010. Wow. And don't forget, we're in iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. And if all that wasn't enough, Mike.
Yes, sir.
We are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice And that will be available sometime tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please look for that, and while you're there, why not subscribe to our channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. But before we go any further, we're going to get Doppler Tom in here for the latest weather forecast, and then we'll hope that Mr. Wakefield will join us via telephone soon. Excuse me. I had to swallow there. Okay, let's get Tom in here and see what the weather holds for us. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Well, Tom, it's a little bit more like winter now.
Yeah, that front moved through overnight with some winds, and yeah, you're right, those temperatures have dropped into the 30s today. I mean, we have been dealing with some mild air as we've been dealing with all week. I mean, we were dealing with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and now we're back into the 30s where we should be. I mean, we've been spoiled, but
I like my October weather better.
it's going to be a short-term cold blast, but before we get back into the warm weather, we might be seeing a four-letter word nobody wants to see. We'll get into that in a minute. As we get into the rest of tonight, we're going to be dealing with those clouds, and that's going to be on the cooler side. Temperatures will probably be hanging around into the upper 20s as we get into the overnight hours. And as we get into Friday, it's going to be an overall a cloudy day. It's going to be, again, another blustery day out there. And with those clouds and winds, we are going to see some lake effect snow move through the entire state. The majority of the snow will be confined to the western part of the state along the Lake Michigan, but there will be a few snow bands that will work into our region as we get into tomorrow. And some of those bands can produce some heavy snow at times. It will be brief snow, but at times it will be a steady snow out there, and those visibilities will come down as those snow bands move through. Overall, I'm not expecting a lot of snow, but I am probably expecting at least an inch of snow as we get into the evening hours tomorrow. So it's going to be an in and out of the snow bands tomorrow, and when we're in them, we're going to see the snow, and when we're out of them, we're definitely going to be seeing the wind as well. So it's going to be a fall winter day out there, but it's only going to be one day. As we get into the weekend, we'll see more changes developing, and as we get into the weekend, all that snow will be moving out, and those temperatures will be slow to rebound, but they will start to rebound. On Saturday, it will be an end to another cold day out there with the sun coming back, so that's good. So that will melt the snow that we get tomorrow very quickly. And as we get into Sunday, those temperatures will bounce back even more back into the 40s. And as we get into next week, Christmas week, it looks like it's going to be a very un-Christmas-like week. We're going to be dealing with temperatures into the 40s and 50s. With rain, so it's not going to be a very tis the season, if you will, week this year in the Christmas mood for that snow, because I see more rain than snow anything else for next week. But I do see Christmas being overall a drier day with temperatures in the 40s. So if you're going to have any late shopping to deal with, you're probably going to be dealing with a little bit of rain here and there as we get into next week, but not snow. So at least the roads will be okay. So that's the good news on that side. And as we expand outward and talk about the other big weather stories going on right now, I feel like a broken record out there. The weather pattern hasn't really been changing. We're going to be dealing with, again, that storminess continuing across the Pacific Northwest. And the cold front has been moving east, so the East Coast has been dealing with rain, but now that rain is moving off the coast, and the lake effect snow is going to really be stepping up across the Great Lakes, especially across New York and Pennsylvania, where they could see over a foot of snow in the lake belt where they typically see it. So this is the first kind of big lake snow event for much of the Great Lakes out there, and that's the biggest story here. But as we talk about the biggest stories here locally, in my opinion, occurred way back in February, on February 1st. Does anybody want to take a guess what happened on February 1st of this year?
February 1st of this year? I can't know. What do you think happened? I don't know.
Well, there was the Super Bowl. I can tell you that much. What was going on during that Super Bowl here? Yeah. Anybody want to guess?
Wasn't a snowstorm.
It was a very, very big snowstorm.
Really?
Yeah. February 1st of this year, we had a
that's right.
Epic proportions for this, for this region. We've seen snow totals easily over a foot here in Garden City.
Right, right.
Yeah, so this is what I do. I kind of get the little dust off your minds, because a lot of people don't remember that snowstorm because they're all focused on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've dealt with a very, very big snowstorm.
And it didn't
that's,
stick
in my
around too
opinion,
long.
The biggest weather event that occurred. I mean, we've seen a cool down during the summer, which is kind of unusual, and we've seen a very mild fall, and that's continuing into the winter months. But overall, in my opinion, that's the biggest weather event in our region, and the biggest weather events across the United States, in my opinion, are kind of a opposite of each. The biggest one, in my opinion, which has been ongoing for years and years, is the drought and wildfires all across the western United States. We've seen the biggest wildfire season on record this year all across the western United States. And that drought is obviously a contributing factor to it, and that's going to be ongoing. Luckily, we see changes in the future with this El Nino, which became the other big story of the season. El Nino has been very busy out there all across the Pacific Ocean. Basically, what that is the Pacific Ocean is warming across the equator in the Pacific Ocean, which has a very big influence on our weather, basically, and that's going to be influenced on our weather right now. That's why we've been so warm recently, and that's why we're going to be so warm. We're probably going to be dealing with record temperatures during Christmas, so very unusual pattern to deal with. And the last other big opposite of the wildfires and the drought was the heavy rain events that occurred across Texas. They dealt with drought to deluge throughout the summer months, and the other one was in the Carolinas, which had some influence from Hurricane Joaquin. So those were the two bigger weather events of the season across the country. And other than that, it's been overall a busy weather year across Michigan. Again, like I said, the snowstorm of February 1st was our biggest story. But if you want to keep tuned to this crazy weather, just go to my website, DopplerTownsWeather.com.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, Richard was actually saying he isn't blaming you for this weather at all because there's no snow.
I like Tom.
Yeah, I know. I know you do.
I know it's a rarity this time of year.
Who is this?
Who is this? So you're thinking, let's see, we don't have Don on the phone yet. So you're thinking that the snowstorm was probably the biggest story of 2015?
This is a big snowstorm.
Absolutely, hands down, because, I mean, we didn't really deal with any big severe weather. It was a very quiet severe weather season. I mean, we didn't really deal with any extreme heat during the summer months. I mean, we didn't really have too many 90s. We had a long, prolonged 80s with humidity, which made it feel like 90, but nothing too crazy with the heat.
Right.
Not really the cold. I mean, we dealt with cold during that whole month of February, so you can tie that in with the snowstorm. But other than that, I don't really see anything big precedenting to deal with with the snowstorm, because that's the biggest one. And the snowstorm that occurred last month on November 21st was another pretty crazy snowstorm that wasn't really expected. It kind of developed very quickly over us, and we had to jump on it. But that was another big story as well. So the snow, yes, is the big story of the year.
Yeah.
And kind of the other weird part of it is that we're not going to have a white Christmas. That's the other strange thing. I mean, I've been talking about it for weeks and months that I knew that was starting to form, and it's now really looking like it's going to be a very mild Christmas. So, in my opinion, those are the biggest weather stories out there.
Yeah. Did you have something to say, Mike?
I was going to say that storm on February 1st was the second biggest one that I can remember since I've been in metropolitan Detroit. The other one was Thanksgiving weekend in 1974.
Yeah.
We got like 19 inches.
Yeah.
No, 1980 as well.
74.
Winter of 1980, or was it 1981?
Well, 74, I know, because my wife was
That one.
Yeah, there was some big
pregnant
ones.
with my younger
Yeah.
daughter.
I wasn't even a thought back then.
Hey, and the other big story is how did the final exams go?
Oh, the final exams were intense, but we're done, and I feel confident. I mean, I had my last one today. It was actually about the glaciation of Michigan, which is kind of something crazy to think about. That happened.
You're kidding.
Thousands and thousands of years ago, but
wow,
it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of features out there that are still evident during the glaciation of Michigan, which is why we have so many cities out there with hill in its name. Beverly Hills, Bloomfield Hills, Farmington Hills.
Really?
That's basically a moraine, which is what the glacier pushed all the way down from Canada, which is basically all the rocks and stuff. That's what that is. That's why it's so hilly in that region. That's what the glacier pushed down all the way from northern Canada. So it's pretty interesting.
Wow.
That was a
Behind
very
11,000
interesting
lakes.
class.
Yeah. Left behind what?
11,000 lakes in Michigan.
Yeah, a lot of
That,
lakes.
that contributed to it, yep.
Yep.
'Cause
Yeah.
they're all tidal lakes, basically, which means that they all formed from the Ice Age.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Minnesota and Wisconsin are also. That's why they have so many lakes out there. So,
Yeah, that's
A
crazy.
little lesson there as well.
So when you going to have a final grade?
I will probably get my grades back by next week,
Okay.
and I'm not expecting anything too scary. I mean,
Okay.
I'll let you guys know, but I think I passed easily.
Good.
I'm already preparing for winter, which is coming up next month. So I have a nice little holiday break, but then back in the swing of it.
Right. All right, well, stand by. We're going to talk about the rest of 2015 and some of your favorite shows and just any topics or any events that stand out. We're just going to reminisce here a little bit. Actually, why don't we do that now? We can mention that for the past year. Mike, we'll start with you. What do you think stood out in your mind in 2015
Well,
as far as any events or favorite shows we did? Or
I have a nomination in each category.
okay,
As far as events, I would like to nominate the Garden City Business Alliance because they had just some super events that involved the community in significant numbers, and I really appreciated seeing the community coming out and doing things like the Taste Fest, the Trunk or Treat, the Small Business Expo. I'm sure I'm leaving something out. The Christmas party we had last week was fantastic over at Gordon Chevrolet.
yeah, that was.
Only,
yeah, we're gonna talk
although there
about that.
was one conclusion I got out of it, and that is I still can't sing.
But I'll tell you what, we got a lot of talent in Garden City, don't we?
Yeah.
Holy
but
cow!
But it's not me.
Well, you tried, and it was interesting and it was entertaining. So,
One of my favorite shows would be the one with John Quinn.
yeah, I think that's up there on mine too. Richard, what about you?
I was sad to see the end of the Garden City Garden Club calendar, the 2014 calendar.
You know, Cheryl still gets calls. She got a call from a woman the other day and wanted to know, is there a calendar? Is there a calendar going to be out? No, there's no calendar. Not this year. I don't know. Maybe for 2016. I don't know. We'll see.
No,
I'd say from my secular view, the biggest news of 2015 is the turnaround financially in Wayne County.
Yeah, that was huge.
I mean, you're talking nearly a $300 million turnaround.
Wow.
It was very painful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And as I said during my comments at the commission today, not for me. I don't have the same pain as a number of other people did.
Yeah.
I know that it was difficult.
A lot of
yeah, I got a little
concessions.
comment about a Wayne County retiree talking about losing his health care or something like that, but the commission voted to keep theirs.
Lifetime.
Yeah, all but
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
member of the commission.
Yeah.
Yours truly.
Yeah.
But, that for me is not a story necessarily on Garden City Chat, although we have talked
No.
about it. And it's not a Garden City story, but, we pay.
Hey, we're proud of Wayne County.
Yeah, we're broader than Garden City only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. What about favorite shows? Any shows that we've done that
The ones that
stand
I'm
out?
on are usually my favorite.
Oh, let me get my feet up. Man, it's getting deep in there.
I think it'd be difficult to nail one down.
Okay.
As I said to a person today that I had met for the first time today, when I mentioned the radio show, they asked me what it was, and I said, it's just good hometown stuff, different from one week to the next.
Yeah, we have a good time. That's for sure. I enjoy it. Tom, what about you? Any particular shows that stood out in your mind, or any events that you attended and you want to mention?
Was it this year that we added Joey and Holly to our show? Because I enjoy those garden segments. I don't know if it was last year or this year, but
Yeah, I think it
I
was
always
this year.
enjoy that segment.
Yeah, Joey and Holly. I think you're right. I think it was this year we added them. Yeah, something a little different.
Yeah, definitely something a little different to keep it fresh and different. And like Richard said, any show that I'm on is always a great show. I mean, I feel like whether it's
Are you two cut from the same cloth or what?
Yeah, but Richard misses a third of the shows. Tom makes them all.
Yeah, that's true. And even when he isn't here, he's recording it.
Every single show Carrie is great.
I think you've been right from the start, haven't you? Like for the 5 years, really.
Yeah,
Right from the beginning.
We've been on this show for quite a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
And it doesn't really feel like it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And we're getting closer
the
and
other bigger
closer.
stories, in my mind, they've covered locally, but outward is a little bit on the space side. I mean, we reached Pluto this year on July 14th, which is something that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
We saw the first images of Pluto,
Right.
which was something that I am really into, and they discovered that there was a flowing water on Mars. So, well, those are the cooler stories in the tech world. Of course, the other bigger stories, in my opinion, are the increasing craziness across the world with terrorism and, of course, that crazy presidential campaign. I mean, like it or hate it, it's a very, very big story out there.
It is. It's a big story and very entertaining, I'll say that.
They like to keep us
I'll start
entertained.
paying attention in August
Yeah, we still got a long way to go, huh?
when we get it down to 2 people.
Yeah.
Instead of all these crazy ones.
Yeah, a few more will be dropping out.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta agree with Mike. I think the John Quinn show was probably right up there as one of the best for 2015.
Was for me.
Emotional and everything. I mean, it was just it's a great story and his book, and of course here's a few more I liked. I thought when City Manager Bob Murray came and visited us, that was a good show.
Murray always does a good job.
Yeah, Richard Waldecker, he was on twice talking about Agent Orange. That was very, very interesting, and all the different generations that are affected by that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, David Knisik, Senator Knisik, Julie Plowicki, Robert Kozowski, Fire Chief Harmon when they were on.
Yeah.
Appreciated that. Always a pleasure to have them. Amy and Sarah from McKesson. Always informative. Lisa Hicks Clayton from Dearborn Heights, councilwoman. She's actually recovering from some surgery, and we want to give a shout out to her and hope that she's recovering soon and well.
Somebody mentioned in the paper today, Aaron Look
Yeah, Aaron Look.
over at the library.
Yeah, a lot of people from the library. Aaron Look and Megan Sharon. She came on. Eric and Zach from Coffin Cats, the band. They were just on not too long ago. They're opening up their business, ID merch, printing and embroidery right here in Garden City. So,
Yeah, across from the library, isn't it?
no, it's right across from the City Hall, City Park.
Oh.
Right across from there. There's a little
That's
strip.
what I meant, the city
Yep,
park.
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Post
we'll.
office.
Well, next time, State Park.
Post office.
Right. All right. Hey, we'll take a break here. Looks like Don. Don, are you on the phone?
Yes, I am.
I see that. California. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Awesome. So let's get an update. You were on back in September. That was another good show. Very interesting show that we had in 2015. And you were talking about possibly putting a art center on the Hawthorne Valley Country Club site. Where do you stand now?
Well, coincidentally, we delivered a draft contract to the mayor today,
Awesome.
and so hopefully we'll see some action and some movement on this within the next 30 days.
Okay. So it's pretty much in their court now.
Yeah. Hey, is Richard there?
Yeah, actually, Richard is here.
I am.
Hey, just want to say congratulations on on your new position with City of Westland. That's cool.
Why, thank you.
And is Mike there?
Yep. Mike Jones is
Yeah,
here
I'm
too.
here.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, we've got a mutual friend. Bob Gladstone said to say hi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was the son of our neighbors. In fact, he was a neighbor for about 40 years.
Yeah, we grew up together. He didn't go to Glen, but we met when I was at John Glen, and him and his lovely wife Sherry. They're supporters of our project too here at.
Well, his dad and mom just passed away in the last few years, and the home got
Yeah.
sold. But he had to spend a lot of time getting the home ready for sale. Mm-hmm. Looks like we got some young neighbors that are going to be pretty good.
Good, good.
So, Don,
Yeah.
give us some highlights of what you proposed today.
Right.
Well, what we're basically asking for is just a lease for 3 years, and then an option for us to purchase the property during that time, providing we have funding to open it up to the public.
Does that dovetail with what either the administration or the city council or both had asked for? Or did they not ask? Okay.
We kicked it around quite a bit, a straight lease or a straight purchase, but Councilman Kier thought it'd be a good idea to lease it at first, just so we can get to know each other in this process as we develop funds to develop it.
Got it.
The city had a bad experience with somebody, I guess, where they did a similar deal with somebody on a piece of property, and instead of following through with whatever they were going to do, I think open up a restaurant, the guy just sold it to somebody else, and it still sits vacant.
Oh.
But
Yeah, interesting.
but we've got some we've got a lot of things together here on this. We'll have some quick action once we get on the property there.
It's a prime location.
Yeah, yeah, it's a nice
Yeah, I
location.
think it is.
Yeah.
Great for. I mean, it's prime for renovation too, obviously, and bordering. Garden City and Westland, Livonia's close by. I think it'd be a great art center. It's probably, it's designed to be a little more exciting than anything else that exists in this region.
So let me ask you now. This has to go before the council again. Is that correct?
I'm not too sure how they're working since we had the study session.
How's
I'm
that
not
work?
too sure what the process will be on that.
Do you know how it works?
I do. So, in this instance, since it is unsolicited, in other words, the city did not put out a request for a proposal or anything like that. In this instance, what is likely to happen, since it's submitted to the mayor can forward it to city council. The mayor can notify city council. City council can say they're aware of it. We'd like to do something about it. There's a number of things that could happen. It just depends on what happens within the next whatever in terms of the mayor's office. That'll lead to some directive or request, one or the other, likely.
So it's really in Wild's court.
Yeah, so the ball's in their court.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're given, 30 days then? You'd like to hear something?
Yeah, a little more than 30 days.
A little more.
The thing is since we, started developing, additional partners for the project, a lot of other properties have come up too. And so just to be fair to people, we had to evaluate some other properties, but frankly, Westland is still my favorite one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so worst case scenario, they turn it down, then what happens?
Then we find another property in Metro Detroit and build it up there.
Okay. Well, let's hope that, there's some movement on this. I mean, I really would like to see it, something there anyway.
It's too good of a site to just be sitting empty.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that would be
It
ideal.
wasn't too long ago that one of the houses, not the one that Westland owns on that property, but another house close by it burned down.
Right. Yeah.
And that was unfortunate. I mean, ideally, we'd like to acquire all of that and the rest of the acreage over there because Westland owns 14 and a half acres out of the 59. But we could do something really fantastic with a 14 and a half. So we won't worry about anything else and just, if we can get this property, start to develop it, and actually we could probably have a sculpture garden at least opened within a year.
So do you think one of the issues is maybe Westland doesn't know if you actually have the money to do this? Is the money there? I mean, you have investors, right?
Yeah. We can open up at least, but we don't have $5 million
To buy it outright, yeah.
Tear down the clubhouse and rebuild it the way we'd like to. We don't have all the funds for that yet, but normally
steps.
you won't get that kind of support until you have the property. Mm-hmm. Until you have have it secured for the purpose of that.
And we had talked earlier on the phone, you and I, and you said that you have better plans or something that are drawn up that people could see other than the video that you have out there.
Yes, we got an old friend of mine from John Glenn, Dave Miller. He owns a company called Dual Guard. Has a couple
that's a little
of
company,
warehouses in Westland. And so he offered us office space, and we're developing the presentation in his office right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
I'll give you more details on that. It's about 95% done, but we've got some tweaking to do on it, and unfortunately Dave and his wife both have been sick this last week, so waiting for them to get a little bit better, and we'll have some more meetings. And
well, definitely keep us posted, and I hope you'll check back with us in 30 days or 60 days or whatever it takes. Let us know how it's going.
Well, I sure will. Hopefully we can get together and have a meeting over at the site if we can make this thing happen there.
Yeah, that would work. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd like to see more drawings of it, and the video's awesome. I mean, I like the video, what I saw.
Well, it was just, it was a quick, video of just a storyboard, where this is a little more in depth and a little clearer vision.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's exciting, and it'd be great for the community for sure. And be a great place to visit.
All right. Well, definitely keep us posted, and come on back on and let us know how it goes. All right.
It sounds good. Appreciate it. And if you don't mind, let me throw out my email address out there. If anyone has any questions or concerns and they want to reach me personally, they can contact me at Wakefield Studios, WAKEFIELD at mac.com.
Okay, awesome.
So, Don, where are you at right now in California?
No, actually, I'm in Michigan right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Oh, it says California. It must be your phone then.
Oh, that is my phone number, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Faked us out.
Can't give that up yet.
So how long are you going to be here now?
I'll be here through the holidays.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you never know. We might bump into one another in town. Never know.
Well, have Carrie by for a change.
Yeah, okay.
Tell Roxanne to order the best drink they have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, tell Roxanne hi for us, and have a great holiday, and we wish you the best of luck on this.
Great, thanks. Yeah, I will tell her. She's wrapping presents right now.
All right. You take care, and
take care, guys.
Keep in touch.
See you, Dan.
Will do.
All right, bye.
I know.
All right. You heard it. Mr. Don Wakefield. They're still working on it, going to present it to the city, and it's in their court. So he's a little over 30 days, maybe we'll know something. See what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's move on. Richard, you have a lot to share with us. I'm sure your plate's been full and still very full. I'm sure you have a lot of stories and events that stand out with you. Some of the memories from the commission, what you're going to miss, 2016, what you're looking forward to and hoping to accomplish in your new position as city clerk.
And give us an update on the jail vote and what that means.
Yeah, now that was big today, too.
Yeah, so today, in addition to offering my final comments, having colleagues say some incredibly generous things about me, which was really cool.
Especially considering you're one of only two people that vote against something.
Yeah, right.
Well,
and never comment to the media.
I'll tell you, if I can get a transcript of what my colleagues said about me today, is like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it was really, especially the chairman. So it was very
deserved.
nice.
Well deserved.
But, one of the things that I offered was my sincere appreciation to the 12th District for allowing me to serve. 3 communities.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the easiest thing to do given our financial condition, but
that's improving. That's improving.
It's
I think.
much improved.
Yeah.
And so we talked about a few things, and I mentioned some things in chronological order, beginning with my first day, when we arrived and I found this 15-year-old computer in this office that I was assigned. This 15-year-old
Oh, my
computer
gosh.
that had a keyboard that would not, that the L key on the keyboard did not work, so I couldn't even log in because I kind of need an L for in my name.
Yeah, kind of.
And
And
so-
what, a 500-pound monitor, right?
yeah, a 500-pound monitor that was about 12-inch.
Yeah.
Richard E. Blond.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny, some of the things. I shared also how I waited one day because we don't have parking down there. I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of the building as far as a government building. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you said
But
that
the Guardian
before.
building is not
Terrible.
a government building. It's
Yeah.
terrible. No parking, so everyone has to valet or find a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And how I waited for my car one day for 65 minutes.
What?
After calling, and I learned from a friend of mine later on that day my car was involved in a felony traffic stop. And the garage is less than a half mile away
You've
from
got
the
to be
building.
kidding me.
And so some folks chuckled about that. Then how my car served as a warming center one day last winter when it had 1,300 miles on it, and they used a half tank of gas,
Oh, my gosh.
keeping people warm on my dime.
Wow.
So, there was some stuff about that.
You kinda
I
laugh
shared
about
a
it
number
now.
of things, actually. The impressive turnaround, given a lot of pain to a lot of people. The nearly $300 million combined structural deficit, which is an annual deficit, and the accumulated deficit, which is a combination of all years, having been eliminated. I mean,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That is.
I would have never thought you could have got done this quickly.
No.
and
That's huge.
so, a lot of acknowledgement of stuff like that. And again, just getting back to how fortunate that I've been as an elected person. I've worked with good people. There's a lot of talent in Wayne County, not nearly enough people for the services that we're providing. It's really interesting how it all comes together. But as part of the meeting itself, there were a couple of votes where I was the no vote, or one of a couple people that was a no vote. One of them involved an attorney who had a small contract with the county, and then the county, without having come back to the commission, told that person to do work that totaled $250,000. And when it came before my committee, I said no. And so I convinced colleagues to not be supportive of it, and they sent it back to the committee. Well, because if you do work for the county without a contract, it's your liability.
Yeah.
But people felt sorry, I guess, and the contract was approved today after a lot of conversation. I did not vote for it.
Wow.
The biggest news of the day, though, was last time I was on the show,
Yeah.
in response to a question, I said I thought that eventually the jail would be built on the current site, that there would be some movement in 2016, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And actually, the vote today was to finish the jail on the current site. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's a good move. I outlined some of my reasons for that, including the fact that the commission was asked about 5 months ago to authorize $350,000 to see whether the existing jails could, should, or otherwise involve at all a renovation effort.
Okay.
That study's not done. We don't have the results yet.
Really? And how long ago was this?
About 5 months. And the contract that was, I should say agreement, because it's going to take one more step to get everything finalized, and it'll happen next month. But the agreement that was adopted today utilizes the same people that went over budget 3 years ago, the same people that the county has criticized for 3 years, the same people that have been suing the county, and the county's been suing them for the past 3 years.
But how could they have this vote if the other thing wasn't done that you did 5 months ago? I mean, that.
Because enough people supported it. So it's just like
Wow.
throw that money right out the window.
Yeah, that's gone.
And You know, I'm not being disrespectful, and I certainly wasn't today
No, but
in the meeting, but there is just way too many things that don't pass the sniff test.
see, that was wasteful right there.
Amongst the other things, and I'll leave it at this and, you know, respond to any questions you might have, but when this project was halted in 2013, the reason given at that time by Executive Ficano was that the $200 million project had been proposed to balloon to $391 million to be completed at its scale size, $391 million. So everybody said, oh my, and everything was stopped and lawsuits began and money was spent and this, that, and the other. And so fast forward to today, what was voted on was an acknowledgement that the cost to complete the jail at a smaller size
Okay,
will
downside.
exceed $400 million.
Oh my gosh.
And I tell you, I think it was lost on a lot of people that what we did was put it in neutral for 2 years and then say, let's spend more money now than we were angry about spending 2 years ago.
Now, why is it ballooned to $400 million? Is it because the cost has gone up on everything, or
We don't know
when
that.
you're making smaller?
We don't know that yet.
Wow. And you're downsizing the
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to create plans that eliminate an entire floor that would have been originally constructed. So it's going to be a major modification. But it's the same people doing it. So people that, it'd be like if you're in a fight with the next door neighbor, calling them every name in the book, and then the next day shake hands, have beer, and,
So
give money to them.
where's this $400 million going to come from now?
Is this
Let's see. You, me, everybody else in Wayne County.
There's no bonds or anything.
400
Bonds.
million additional on top of the 200 that's
No,
already spent?
no.
It's 200 million more.
Well, it's going to be more than 200 million
Yeah,
more
okay.
based upon the things that were relayed.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the figure given by our counsel, our attorneys, today and previous to today, were that the project will cost approximately $400 million. My response to that was, I've lived in Wayne County a long time.
Approximate.
I know that
Cost
this
overruns.
project will not come in at cost for a lot of reasons, many of them probably legitimate.
Yeah.
There's always cost overruns.
But it's not going to come in at that price. And that price is more than everybody was angry about 2 years ago.
Yeah. And that just went right over their head, or what? They didn't get it.
I won't speculate. There's a number of
Wow.
reasons that the agreement is being made. Amongst them, that litigation is expensive.
Well, what's Mr. Evans think of this?
It's their proposal.
That's his proposal?
Yes. And I'll paraphrase what he
balances the budget.
said. This was not our mess. It was handed to us, and we're going to clean it up. So, I mean, look, he's not shying away from it.
No, but I mean, it's just,
So they got to do something.
you just get rid of a deficit like that, and now it seems like we're going to be right back in the same boat again.
Well, it won't be deficit spending because there'll be bonding that occurs.
Well, yeah, the bonding,
commission will
yeah.
have to authorize additional bonding. Additional taxes
Okay.
will be paid over and above what's currently authorized and has been spent
Wow.
to finish this project. And it's not going to be a true consolidation. So
A lot of
I just
communities are going to
I
be
find a
paying
lot
for this.
wrong with it. I was being very considerate
Yeah.
when I was noting my objections, but I stand by them.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of us voted no. 1 person abstained for reasons I have no idea why, but
Now, could they possibly revisit this issue?
they will revisit it.
Okay.
Before January 29th, I think, is the deadline date.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I don't know if it can be tweaked.
tweak versus, turned away are 2 different things.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Wow.
You got a $200 million white elephant sitting out there.
Yeah, it's true.
Something has to be done.
And it's costing
$1 million a month.
costing us
What is it, $100,000 a month?
30.
No, it's $1 million.
Yeah, million. Yeah. Right. Wow. Well, that was some big news coming out of there today.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Your tax bill's going up.
Yeah, again. So, what else you got for 2015 that you want to reflect back on? Anything?
I
What
got
about-
elected.
Yeah, you got elected. You're going to be starting that job shortly. What are you looking forward to? I mean, what are you looking to accomplish now that you're going to be working for the city of Westland?
I'd say that the biggest goal that I have involves transitioning a number of our records and the things that are requested often and the things that are utilized daily, weekly, monthly into an electronic format.
Okay.
That's the thing that I'm really hoping to focus on, because we are not the paper society we once were.
Right.
And when you combine that with, we want stuff right now.
Yeah.
Tonight, when I get home,
Yeah.
which is probably going to be about 11 o'clock tonight,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pay bills on my computer, and I'm going to do it right there.
And it's going to be,
And if I want to find
Real time.
something, I'm going to try to find it
Yeah.
on my time when it's
Yeah.
good for me.
uh-huh.
I don't want to have to go to City Hall 9 to 5, ask for something, have an employee find it, then pay them for having to look for it. My goal is to make it easier. I'm not a big fan of the word, more transparency, or the phrase more transparency,
Yeah.
but I am a fan of making things more efficient.
It's the electronic age. I mean, let's face
So,
it.
and storage
more.
capability is far greater in the electronic world than in the paper world.
Yeah.
With backup, with the ability to replicate offsite, so you have more security. That's the biggest thing.
Well,
And I want issue-free elections.
I was shocked when I applied for my CPL and I went down and I got my card over there on Michigan Avenue in Henry Ruff. The guy comes out with a folder and he starts writing my stuff, all my information. I go, "What is this?" He goes, "Well, this is your folder." They don't have microfiche. They don't have anything. They don't have any kind of CD. It's all on paper in folders. Are you serious? I mean, come on. I just couldn't believe that. I mean, you got to get in the 21st century now. The electronic age is the way to go, and you really need to perfect it as far as security and everything. Mm-hmm. And it's the only way to go.
And there are some things where, as a politician, things that are not so accessible today might be beneficial to certain politicians. But that doesn't mean that it's right or that it's good or that it's
True.
preferable. I want the ability for someone to say, I don't like that contract or that agreement. I found it online. It is the proper one. Here's my suggestions regarding it, whether to make it better or to make it better for the city or whatever. So I'm not afraid of that.
Do you think we'll ever see electronic voting where I can vote on my cell phone or
I hope
anything like
not.
that? Do you think that day will ever come, though?
I hope not.
I mean, they say they want more people to vote. That would be one sure way of getting the voters.
I hope not. And I said this in the public forum during a debate this year. And now I have actual experience that I'll share. My credit card got hacked on December 12th.
Yeah.
Somebody is wearing an iWatch that was paid for with my credit card. They live in the Bronx, New York, or at least that's where it was delivered.
Okay.
I had to go to the police station yesterday to initiate a complaint, file a report. So long as that type of thing can happen, I am not going to be supportive of electronic voting. If somebody can hack in,
It's just not secure enough yet.
it's
is it?
not.
It isn't.
And I don't see that it's going to be. I really
Cheryl
don't.
was just hacked her Facebook account yesterday on Facebook.
Yeah. So, no, I do not want electronic voting. I will not support electronic voting. If at some point the state legislature or the Congress or somebody says, well, this is what we're going to do, maybe I'll yell and scream, but I guess I'll comply.
Yeah.
But not as long as these threats exist. Every second of every day.
Someone is being
It's really
hacked
funny.
or compromised.
When I contacted my credit card issuer,
Yeah.
I learned from them some things. I was not able to learn everything, but because they said you have to be a law enforcement agency with a report, then we'll provide more to them. But anyway, what I learned was this. I learned the exact time to the second that this electronic order was placed with my credit card
Yeah.
information. And I said, I know where I was. Let me just look at something real here. And I went to my phone, and I'm going to show you guys because this is actually pretty funny.
Okay.
My credit card was hacked a few seconds earlier than 12 noon Eastern time. Now, I was in California,
Okay. Yeah.
visiting my dad for
Right.
3 days.
Yeah.
This is the picture that was taken exactly at 12 noon Eastern time. I was in the parking lot of a country club where there was a
Ronald McDonald.
parade. Ronald was there. They were raising money for the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay.
So I said, I was snapping a photo at that exact time.
That
I
your
wasn't-
card was being hacked.
I wasn't online at a computer or on my phone ordering an iWatch.
So they scanned it somehow.
Well, I'm not sure how that information.
But let me tell you, thank God it was your credit card and not your debit card.
Yeah,
Because there's
somebody
a
else said that to me.
Yeah, there's a direct connection to your bank account then with a debit card. With a credit card, you can get your money back a lot quicker. They freeze it right away. I mean, we
Well,
just,
my card's already been deactivated.
Yeah,
New
so
card's
you'll get a
in the
new card.
mail,
Yep, yep.
Which irritates
But
me.
they
'cause I
say-
memorized the number.
get rid of your debit card, use a credit card only to
Oh,
protect yourself.
wow.
That's the best way to go. We just had that. We learned that in the crime prevention that we had the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's aggravating. Cheryl was, her card was hacked too one time.
So anyway,
Jersey,
get
I
back to
think.
voting.
Yeah.
No way. Voting is important. A lot of things are important. But voting, boy, there's the ability to really create some chaos.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fraudulent
A
voting.
lot of money could be casting how many illegal votes and swinging a whole election.
But I really think that we're going to see the day where somebody is going to bring that issue up and they're going to try and get that passed. I can see it
Yeah, I agree.
because, but you know, I'm with you. I mean, it's just, boy, it's got to be so secure, man. That is just, wow.
Well, I will guarantee you this. In 50 years when that happens, I will not be the Westland City Clerk.
Now that's a 4-year position?
Yes.
Okay. So that's cool. Then you do it again in 4 more years. Do it all over.
We'll see
If they like you, huh?
if they like me.
You're Westland's #1 son, aren't you? I love it.
I've been very fortunate
Yes, you have.
working for the folks in Westland.
Yeah. Well,
Now
yeah.
you're going to have a 9-to-5 job without all that damn commuting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
0.25 miles as the crow flies.
and then you might as well announce that you're going to be off the show for
Yeah, I'll
A
be on
month or
for a
two.
little while.
a month or two.
For a few months, probably.
Month or two.
Be off for a while. I've
Sabbatical.
got to be able to get acclimated to everything.
Yeah, I know.
there.
You got to be
And
able to.
On
What you're going to be
Thursdays-
doing at 8:00 Thursday nights at City Hall is beyond me, but who knows?
Well, ZBA meetings occur on Thursday evenings.
yeah.
I don't know.
DDA?
ZBA, zoning
What's the-
board.
Zoning Board of Appeals.
Yeah.
You got to be there, yeah, whenever they do
That's
that.
one of the ones that the clerk actually attends. The clerk has 3 staff members and things are divided, but the clerk actually takes care of city council, zoning board, police and fire, civil service, and I think there's one more. So
Yeah, so your plate's going to be full. There's no doubt about it.
it'll be a different fold, but yeah,
And yeah, you're taking some training now, I guess, huh?
I will be in Pittsfield Township tomorrow. The state's conducting some training. It'll be my first legitimate training effort involving the new position.
Very good.
There's
Very
more
good.
scheduled for mid-January, and then I'm going to be involving myself in a certification process next year.
And then it'll be gung ho, January 1st.
Yeah.
Full steam ahead. So how was the trip to California? Other than being hacked.
Brief.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
How
you
was the
know,
weather?
I flew standby. It took me 14 and a half hours to get there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
So it was a really, really, really long day to get there. I was on 4 different airplanes.
Oh my God.
Coming home was far better, but I was still on standby, and I didn't get my seat assignment until I was the second to last person on the plane. That's the way it works, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But it was
I
nice to
stand
see
by
my
it.
folks, and the weather was very nice.
Was it good?
You know, Palm Desert. Yep.
Okay.
They actually got rain.
I saw you ate good. You did send me a picture of a nice plate.
Yeah, that's funny.
Friday night.
Yeah, I can't remember where we were. We went out to eat somewhere. But, yeah, they got rain. They get rain in the desert like twice a year.
Yeah.
And they got it while I was there. It rained for maybe a half hour. And so the next morning you could see snow on the top of the mountains. And the next day, although I was going to be gone, they say you'll see greenery on the mountains because all the little plants that need water,
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
sprout up
Pop
for a few days. But it was nice. They, their community, they live on the golf course. So, it's a retirement community.
Did you golf?
I did not golf. We just really didn't have time, quite frankly.
Drive around
But,
the golf cart a little bit.
They had a Christmas parade, golf carts that are decorated.
Oh, yeah?
And then there was raffles and stuff to benefit the Ronald McDonald House at the
Awesome.
hospital.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You had a good time. Got away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how it rains in the desert because we were in Arizona. It rains like that. And when it rains in the desert, I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And when sometimes in Arizona, they get gully washers. I mean, it really comes through.
This was just a light, soft rain.
Yeah. But
It
then,
lasts very long.
but then in Florida, you get rain, every day during the day and then the sun comes out. It's like one side of the street's raining and one side sunny. It's crazy. All right, cool. So nothing else?
That's it.
That's it? All right. Mike, anything else? A good 2015? Are you happy to see 2015 gone and move on?
Yeah, well, I always look forward to what's coming up,
Yeah, I 2015 was all right. Of course, I lost my mother-in-law, and that's always rough. And this will be the first Christmas without her. But our health's good. Knock on wood. So looking forward to 2016. Moving on. Some of the events, I got to agree with you. I think being president of the Garden City Business Alliance, I'm very proud of it. I think we've come a long way. Like you said, that party was awesome. We had 70 people or plus there.
Yeah, thanks for not inviting me.
Yeah, you were invited, but you were in California eating shrimp or whatever it was you sent me. I don't know. But yeah, it was a great party.
We got most of the local politicians, including one maybe. It's going to take your place.
Yeah, we did have, Mayor Walker was there, Julie Plawicki, Senator Knisik, Jim Kerwin, Councilman Mark Jacobs, former Senator Glenn Anderson was there. So we had a lot of supporters, a lot of businesses. We had some new businesses there. Red Wing Shoes is now a member. Garden City Hospital is now a member. You've Got Maids is now a new member. So we did real well. We had asked the people to bring non-perishables or Toys for Tots, and both collection boxes were overflowing. So Home Pantry got over 100 pounds of food from us that night. It was just a great night. Kelly Walker Miller provided the entertainment. Karaoke, a lot of singing went on. I was amazed. Yours truly, Mike Jones, was up there saying a couple of George Jones and what else?
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly, yeah, that'll be the day. But no, it was great. So we had a good time. What?
True Love Ways.
True Love Ways. Yes.
Did you sing that?
No.
Good.
That'll be the day.
And what was the George Jones? All my exes live in Texas.
No. He stopped loving her today.
Oh yeah, he stopped loving her today. Yeah. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that. And that's about it. All right, we're going to move on here and wrap this up. We're getting near the 1 hour mark. We want to remind all residents that the next regular city council meeting is going to be held on Monday, December 21st at 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. This is the last meeting for 2015, and they urge all residents to attend. I just want to mention that if you would like to be a guest on the show for the coming new year, maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and would like to share your information with us and the rest of the communities, then just send us an email at gcommunitychat@gmail.com, and we will shoot you some available dates. And that's all there is to it. So contact us today. All right, let's get to Mike now, and we're going to do some announcements, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, well,
Hey, it's time to get Mike in here for some community announcements. So, Mike, take it away.
thank you, Gary.
All right.
I've been chastised by my good buddy Mike Lawrence for not mentioning the Historical Museum's open house and sale of
Oh, yeah.
of artifacts.
Yeah. Start mentioning that.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that for the last couple of shows, and real good. Yeah, we've got our usual bunch of announcements from the library,
Yeah.
and I noticed that in the paper today that they hosted a Star Wars party.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that last week.
Yeah, our good youth services librarian guest on our show, Aaron Look, put that all together. So that's
Yep. Doing a good job over there. Got
Yes,
something
she
going
is.
on every month, every day, it seems.
This looked like a really major thing that they did.
Yeah.
In addition to that, library has cookie decorating and craft night. Nothing says happy holidays like cookies and crafts.
Right.
That's why the Garden City Library is hoping people will say in regards to their upcoming event on Thursday, December 17th. Oh, that's tonight. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, it was from 6 to 7.
Don't go. Warning, do not attend that event.
Well, I hope you're listening to the show later then. All right.
Okay, on Monday, December 21st, from 3 to 5, the library was showing a holiday movie. What better way to get the holiday spirit than with a movie and some popcorn, especially when that movie is Elf, starring Will Ferrell. Rated PG. So we hope you come in from the cold and snow, make yourself comfortable, and enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just about every popular book series in the last few years has been made into movies. Well, the Garden City Public Library has the best night planned for you. On Tuesday, December 29th, from 5:30 to 7:30, the library will be hosting a teen book to movie club. Come meet other book-loving enthusiasts as you make pop culture themed crafts and watch a movie that was based off a book. This event will be featuring The Hunger Games, also PG-13, and include pizza. Please call to register at 734-793-1830. The police department has their prescription medicine container that you can deposit no longer needed, outdated, potential dangerous medicines. Better to put them there so they can be disposed of properly and not become a drag on our environment.
Right. Don't flush it.
Yeah. Did you know that the Garden City Public Library offers drop-in computer tutoring every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.?
That's awesome.
If you didn't know, you haven't been listening to the show very well because we've been announcing it for a month. You need to brush up on the basics. Come on in and take advantage of this great
Get them
resource.
seniors in there.
Yeah, library is located at 31735 Maplewood Street, Garden City, and the usual number 734-793-1830.
Mike, you know what they need to do? They need to teach seniors how to use their smartphones, how to text.
Yeah.
That would be a great class.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, wonder if we could think of anybody that we know personally that could use that.
I think we're looking at him.
Let me send him a message.
Yeah. He'll receive it. He won't answer.
It'll come on my phone. It's right here. City offices will be closed for the holidays, December 24th and 27th, and December 31st through January 3rd. But tax bills deposited in the drop box at the north side of City Hall by December 31st will be posted as of this day. Trash pickup is only interrupted on December 25th and January 1st and runs through Saturday both weeks. So if you normally have trash pickup on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve like we do, it's going to be picked up as scheduled.
Yep.
Christmas in His Presence, presented by the MRBC Adult Choir and Drama Team. It's 2 presentations, one Saturday the 19th at 7, one Sunday the 20th at 6. Please join us for a special Christmas presentation called Christmas in His Presence, performed by our very talented church members.
We are actually going Saturday to that, Saturday night.
Good.
Yep.
We were having 2 showings, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. This is a free event. All are welcome to attend. Garden City High School's Project Graduation 2016 is having their bowling fundraiser. We mentioned this before. It's going to be on Saturday, January 23rd at the Cherry Hill Lanes, 300 North Inkster Road in Dearborn Heights. $20 a person, includes 3 games, shoes, pizza, pop. Check-in at 7, bowling starts at 8. Lots of raffle baskets and prizes. And that's it. Other than if you know somebody who doesn't want to employ a cashier or a hot dog vendor, let me know, because I got to turn in this darn unemployment form by next Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, let's mention the Straight Farmhouse. Their hours are Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 noon to 3 p.m. And head on over there and see Mike Lawrence, and he would happily give you a tour. It's all free, but they will take donations if you'd like it.
And they're having a sale.
And they're having a sale. They have a general store over there, so have some unique stuff on sale. So head on over to Straight Farmhouse, 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. All right. Are you a business owner, a citizen, or community advocate interested in serving the businesses of the community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gcbiz48135. B-I-Z, that's gcbiz48135.org. Fill out the contact page or give them a call at 734-788-9319. Also visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. So why not consider joining the GCBA and be part of moving our business community forward? Okay, before we sign off tonight, if you would like to become a volunteer for any of the DDA events, please call 734-261-2830. And if you'd like to help out the Goodfellows or make a donation, you can call 734-679-7838. You're going to get a recording, leave a message, and they will get back to you. And once again, if you'd like to become a member of the GCBA or volunteer for any of their upcoming events, please call 734-788-9319. I think their next event is going to be May, the Taste Fest. I think that's coming up in May. Well, I think we are ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank my co-hosts, Richard, Tom, and Mike. Great job as always, and thanks to everyone who will be listening and downloading the show later. To those that will be watching us on our YouTube channel, thank you. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be available on our Facebook page shortly at facebook.com/GCChat. As soon as we sign off tonight, and also on our main show page, TalkShoe.com, call ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CommunityChatShow. Okay, don't forget the success of the community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopperTimesWeather.com. So this is our last show for 2015, but please join us right back here on TalkShoe.com. Show ID 82757, January 7th at 8 p.m. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. Mike, Richard, anything you want to say to the listeners?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Have a great year. Thank you.
And
Awesome.
The force be with you.
And
Yeah.
also with you.
Yes. And once again, I want to thank you guys for being part of the show every Thursday. I look forward to us getting together. It's always a good time. So everyone be safe. Merry Christmas, and see you next year, January 7th. Good night.
Bye-bye.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
All right, guys. Take care. Merry Christmas. See you next year, January 7th. Bye-bye.